So you don't have enough DNA because this event costs so much DNA? Well, I'm gonna show you some of the ways to obtain DNA. So the first method, which is the most common method in my opinion here, is to use an Argentinosaurus or the Mayhem tripod. As both of these creatures have a 4.0 growth rate, granting them the same amount of DNA and the highest DNA per day rate, which in a private server or not a private server, sorry, a roleplay server is 150, but the region bonus changes that amount to, I believe, 250. However, I think it is best to use the Argentinosaurus for AFK grinding, just because it is a herbivore, and if you plan to use it in fights, you can have it healed. So, yeah. So, you might be confused on how to, well, AFK grind without losing your dino. Well, there are two methods. The first one that I know of here is, well, roleplay servers. Confused on how to get into a roleplay server? Well, there's this button over here that says maps. You click this button, and then click the default maps, and there are already some preset roleplay servers that people have made here. You can either join one of these, or you can create your own roleplay server with other game modes: standard, realism, roleplay, and realism roleplay. Depends. I don't know. If you're going to join a server, I recommend joining one with a high play count like this server here, because the more players that are in your server, the more DNA you get, usually. And now, you can AFK on land, or in the water, since you didn't take any damage, or even up that cliff you wanted, but you'd have to climb all the way up there. But actually, the water is better, and I'll show you why. Going down in the water is better than being on land because there are significantly less water regions than land regions. Which means if you throw yourself in, let's say, the Grand Reef, for example, that means there is a more likely chance that the region is going to be Grand Reef. And once you're in the region bonus, that changes your daily gain. Now, the second method for AFK grinding is a little bit different, as I'm not going to demonstrate this one just because there's a glitch where you, with like a black screen glitch, say over here, spawn as my plyo, and then spawn in, there will be a little glitch, or well, I guess they patched it, maybe. I'm still not going to demonstrate it, just because if I do, I'll lose my dino. But you have my word that it works, and other people's too if they want to confirm it. So what you'd want to do is come over here and set the health of your Argentinosaurus to 1, because how starving and losing thirst works is it takes away a percentage of your health, but it cannot take away said percentage because it does not go into decimals. You can die from NPCs though, so position yourself where NPCs do not spawn or are less likely to spawn. This only works in private servers, because, well, you can adjust the stats of the health there, and you can actually gain days on Dino whilst doing this. Now, the second method of DNA grinding is these daily missions here, as there will be 3 quests. Usually the quests are aligned with 3 different kind of things. Number 1 being roars, calls, growls, visiting a certain region, and spending 10 minutes in a region. There are other quests, like smelling with Tiki. Oh my god, leave me alone. And you can visit about any region. Or there's a quest, survive 3 days with said creature you're playing as. And collecting glass beams is also one, but no matter the quest, they always reward you with a hefty 3,000 DNA, which I think is worth it. So let's do the math here on how much DNA you can gain with every playable completing the quest. Since there are 104... Wait, fuck, I messed that up. Dang it. You can get yourself about 453,000 DNA doing every single dinosaur's quest. The only issue is that it would take literal hours to complete these quests, if not days, due to the 10-minute regions applying on all of these creatures here. There being well over 100 creatures in the game. Now, I do think this method is better if you're trying to get the DNA faster. And I would say, honestly, I would use this method over the other one, but you can actually incorporate both of them, doing these missions at the day, and then whenever you're deciding to go to sleep, put your dinosaur or your Argent or whatever you want to use on AFK, and you can gain a bunch of DNA. Now, I have a little tip here for the event. So, if you didn't know, you can actually click this here, and then put something here. Oh, I've turned it on. Cool. If you put this here, the default price of this is 20,000, but you can actually stack this up with multiple DNA to deduct the price down by 25%. Now, I wouldn't really use this on these things, unless if you don't have that much DNA. In fact, I would use it on the more expensive skins, like the Mosasaurus, changing it from 250,000 all the way down to 187,500. I don't know why I said it like that, but it doesn't matter. This is really worth it, saving you a lot of DNA if you do this, saving you almost 70k DNA. That'll be all for this video. I just wanted to make a short video explaining how to get DNA fast, because, well, this event costs a lot of DNA. I really hope you enjoyed this, as it really wasn't meant to be an entertaining video, but I would just like a favor from you and ask if you could maybe subscribe. It doesn't really cost anything at all, and it actually helps me what kind of videos you guys like, because I can check which videos gain more subscribers than others. Also, I'm trying to make my way into the Dinosaur Simulator content creator program, and it would help a lot if you subscribed. Not telling you to, obviously, but it would be nice. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I hope you complete this event, because these skins are amazing.